Today, I'm going to share with you about how to care for pink eye naturally when it's in your home. This past week, my son had pink eye, quite bad actually in both eyes, and I ended up getting it just a little bit. So I just wanted to share what we specifically did to help heal it with a pink eye tincture I made out of a couple homeopathic remedies and a couple other holistic tools I think that you're going to want in your toolbox, because you never know when your kids or you might come down with pink eye. So I hope you find this video helpful today. So if you are familiar to homeopathy, you know that Similasan, I always butcher that name, but they used to have a product on the market that you cannot get anymore, I believe, in the US, and it was a pink eye relief eye drop that worked wonderfully if you had conjunctivitis or pink eye. And I was so bummed that they don't carry this anymore when my son came down with pink eye last week. And so I kept thinking to myself, these remedies are helping a little bit, but I need something that is actually going to go right in his eye, like that pink eye relief drop that they used to make. And so I just wanted to share with you today that you can actually make your own eye drop mixture using just a couple of tools. And this really did help his eyes. It helped my eyes because I started to get some gunk, especially in the morning, and some weird eye pain. So it definitely nipped that in the butt, which I was so thankful for, because if you've ever had conjunctivitis, it is not fun at all. It can actually be painful. And so I'm going to teach you how to make a pink eye drop mixture. Okay, in order to make the eye drop mixture that you're going to put directly in your eye for pink eye, and by the way, I just always like to do a little disclaimer. This is for educational purposes and it is not medical advice. It is just what has worked for our family. So please seek medical advice first, of course, and use your own judgment about how to care for your own family. I am going to go ahead and put this box here to kind of show you what I am doing, but you are going to want a sterile dropper bottle like this. I got these on Amazon. I'll be linking everything, of course. And I put exactly 1 ounce of distilled water in here. And if you don't want to use that, you can actually use saline. My next step, make sure this is empty, is to go ahead and add 3 key homeopathic remedies that are very, very helpful for pink eye in general. And I have them ready right here. So the first one is pulsatilla. That is usually a #1 line remedy for pink eye, especially if your symptoms are changing and especially if your child is weepy. And so I am going to go ahead and put 1 pellet, just 1, and it's very important not to touch them. So I'm using tweezers today. Drop that right in my 1 ounce of distilled water. And I did drop it, but I did not touch it. Where did it go? It's hiding. Okay, well that was fun. Make sure it gets right in there. Typically, I would not want it to touch anything, but this is just a demonstration of how to make the actual eye drop mixture. And again, you definitely want distilled water, or you can pick up a saline. Okay, the next one is argentum nitricum, or argent is what I have as a abbreviation. I typically like to abbreviate a lot of the homeopathic remedies because it's easier, but FYI, all homeopathic remedies are actually Latin if they sound funny. So that's the second one, and I'll be linking all of this if you're like, what did she say? What remedy was that? So again, 1 pellet. And then the last one is another really great remedy for pink eye, and it is euphrasia. And I have 1 pellet of that one as well. Okay, the next, oh my goodness, I'm not trying to crush you. Okay, put that in, and I'm going to go ahead and close the dropper. And you should wait until the remedies, I don't know if you can see them from the video, the remedies actually dissolve. Once they dissolve, you can shake it lightly. And if you're dealing with pink eye in your family, once you make sure it's dissolved, you can shake it lightly. And you can use just, I would say, 1 to 2 drops in each eye about 3 to 5 times a day until it clears. When it's about 80 to 90% better, I would probably stop using this. I will say it's not a fun feeling to have something by someone else put something in your eye, if that makes sense. So my son didn't always like it directly in his eye, and so we also use this as a remedy to put in his mouth, because there are such things as liquid remedies as well. So we kind of did a mixture, but I actually just let my husband put it right in my eye, and it helped tremendously. So you're gonna wanna store this in a cool, dark place, and then after about 48 hours, just make sure you discard it, and then you can always make another one. And I actually bought 12 of these bottles on Amazon. Okay, so like I said, you can use this a couple times a day for 1 to 3 days and kind of see where your symptoms go from there. And then there's a couple other things I wanted to talk about that can help you with pink eye. And I will say, if your child is not fond of putting the dropper or the liquid right in their eye, you can go ahead and take a couple drops of this and soak a cotton pad. I would use organic or a washcloth. Soak that and then put it right on their eye. And that brings me to the next point. A lot of pink eye has a lot of gunkiness to it, so it's important to clear away that as you're healing. And we like to use a fresh washcloth every single time as a warm compress, and just press it gently over the eye and wipe away the goobers, whatever you want to call them, and especially that's going to happen in the morning. And a couple other things I wanted to mention. Some people, and we did try this, I'll be completely honest, but it did not work for us. I think because it was a viral case, and just it was very bad for my son. And by the way, he is much better now. So praise the Lord for natural remedies, right? But Sovereign Silver makes an amazing colloidal silver, and many mamas like to use that. Just a drop of the 10 ppm right in the eye. And so you could definitely have that on hand to try it. And breast milk is one I definitely don't want to forget to mention. Breast milk has amazing properties for healing. So if you can get your hands on that, whether from your own family or friends, you can definitely drop a couple drops of breast milk. I used to do that when my kids were little, and it cleared up any eye issue. And then the last thing I wanted to mention, for relief and anti-inflammation, you can get chamomile tea bags, and you can brew them. Make sure they're cool, of course, and put the tea bags directly over the eye, and that's going to really help even if you have that eyelid inflammation or inflammation underneath the eye. I hope this has been helpful today. Pink eye is not fun, but be assured there's a lot of different natural remedies as I've showed you, and I'll be linking everything below, and hope you have a great day.